Hi, volunteers.
Hello.
So we're going to give you guys 30 seconds to join in. At the end, we are going to see if you guys have any questions or comments so that we can talk about this, because we are giving like guidance and direction as we go into December tomorrow. Yay. But we also want to hear from you. If there's been some issues, we really wanted to meet with you in person, but December is so busy. So instead of you guys coming out at night, we figured that we would come on a Sunday and just come and encourage you and just make sure that we're all going in the same direction. I have gotten so many people, so many volunteers that said, the next meeting, bring up this. The next meeting, bring up this. And I'm like, okay, I'll try to remember everything. Because there's so many different shifts, people do things differently. And it's okay if we're all on the same track, right? Hi, Miss Penny. Thank you for joining us. But we just want to get back to the basics and making sure that we're all doing the same thing, but in excellence. We've got to make sure that we're doing everything in excellence. I don't know if you guys have seen that sticker on the door. We're the Reader's Choice. We got the Reader's Choice Award. So people love the shop. And there's a lot of times that people come in and it's the first time. And they're like, this is such a great shop. It feels so homey. It smells good. It looks good. So we want to make sure that we are always, as much as we can, making sure that we have that great presentation. But it's not just about how like the items are decorated. It's about the spirit that is in here, and that's the Holy Spirit. That's the spirit that gives us joy. So again, I'm just gonna say our names. I hope that you know our names. I'm Sochi. I'm the store manager.
I'm Justine. I'm the assistant manager.
And I'm Amber, food pantry coordinator.
So we're gonna go ahead and get started. There are 4 people on. I don't know who else is on, but hello. Thank you for joining us. Like I said on the text this yesterday, we had such a busy month, but it was the most in sales since I've been here. I'm going on, is it 3 or 4 years? I can't remember how long I've been at the store manager, but I've never had this much sales. And I'm going to tell you, yeah, because you're joining us. So we had over 20 grand for the month of November in sales. So good job, guys. Good job. I know you sweated. I know when you got done with your shift, you went home and took a shower and you took a nap. We appreciate it. We know that there was so much donations. We know that there was a lot of sales going on at the cash register. We know that has been, you guys have been booking it at the register and putting out donations. But I just really appreciate all your hard work, and I just want to let you know that your hard work is not in vain. Like, we are able to bless so many people. So not only have we been just blessed with great sales this month, but we have been inundated with pantry, right?
Yeah.
And so like we are overflowing. God is blessing Unforsaken Treasures, and I just thank you. I thank you. So I just want to tell you that before we go anywhere else, before we kind of go back to like the basics. Thank you guys. Thank you for all your yes, you guys are amazing. Yes. You encourage me every time. There's certain shifts that I always work is Wednesday and Friday, and I kind of alternate my other day. But I worked on a Tuesday last week, and it was kind of crazy. I came in. That was a day that I wasn't supposed to come in, but we had got a bunch of donations Monday at the end, and I was like, I can't do that to those ladies. So I went in, and I mean, it's just like the morning crew on Tuesday morning. I never come in on Tuesday, so I don't go in. And it's just like a machine. They were just working, and they were like, what are you here for? And I'm like, I'm helping you. So thank you, girls. I might not always see the Monday and Tuesday crew, but thank you guys for all that you do. So we're going to kind of go back and forth, me and Justine, and then she's going to talk about pantry in just a few minutes. But just wanted to do a shout out to all you guys. Thank you so much for doing that.
You're all amazing.
Yes. So we're going to pretty much do the same sales for December that we did in November. We're just going to add, I had frames, but I noticed that frames is on there. We're actually going to change that to, I think it was mugs and frames.
It was mugs and frames.
We're going to change, it's Thursday, the Thursday sale. We're going to put household items. Buy one, get one free on all household items. That's going to include
mugs and frames.
And home decor. decor, pretty much anything. So yeah, we're just gonna do it. We've got so many donations, and again, guys, cashiers, we're gonna continue that bag sale. I know sometimes you think another bag sale, but we have 3 racks full of clothes that we keep on having to scoot outside, and there's still more clothes. So we're gonna continue that bag sale. That's actually helping us get that much money. So just bear with us. Let's continue to bless our customers as we are getting blessed. We're overflowing with the blessing that comes to us, to our customers. So you can go next.
Okay, so this one is about putting.
Yeah.
You have the,
Yep. This one's a biggie.
Yes, this one happens all the time.
Yes.
This right here is a no-go. When somebody purchases furniture, you need to be putting on one of these. We have a ton underneath the phone by the register. We have a ton in that plastic drawer. There's no reason why you guys can't use these. Please use these. What you're going to do is you're going to write the person's name, you're going to write their phone number, and then you're going to write the pickup date that they're going to come and pick up their item. And you're going to print out 2 receipts. One's going to get stapled on here. You can fold it in half so that way all the information is on the inside, but staple it to this, and then you're going to give them their receipt. So when they come to pick it up, you know, if they have the receipt that's also attached to this, so we know they're the person.
Yeah.
And then you'll use the painter's tape, and then you will tape it to whatever piece of furniture it is. But please only use these on the furniture that is being sold. Again, name, phone number, pickup date, and receipt needs to be stapled to this, and painter's tape taped to the furniture.
Thank you. So
not this.
Yeah, so that was, it says $75 sale, and then it's sold to Robin. It doesn't have a phone number. It does have a date, I think, of the sale of it, but that's November 6th. So we've been holding this for a long time. It's that big brown comfy chair. If it doesn't get picked up, Mo has directed me just to put it back up for sale because we can't hold it forever. So we have, and I feel bad because that's $75 if they did buy that. So we've got to be diligent about. I know that it can be crazy. Just take the extra minute and just say to the customers, they're so gracious just to take the time to do all that information, because the rule of thumb is for us to be only holding it for about 48 hours. I will give you an example. This blue couch, I thought it had the wrong phone number, but I didn't have my glasses on. Okay, so the next day I came back, I thought it was the wrong number, but this one is actually not all the way completed as well, but I know they were busy, but it just has a name and a phone number. It doesn't have a pickup date. It doesn't have a receipt. But when I went to call, this was Friday, and they had purchased it Monday, I told her, I said, we'll give it a couple days, but then we're going to put it back on sale. I left it on the message. The wife frantically called me back and said that it was her husband that bought it, but he's in the hospital now and he's having an emergency surgery. They're not going to be able to pick it up till sometime next week. Of course, I said, I'm so sorry. Thank you for calling back while you're sitting in the hospital room. And I said, just by curiosity, when did he go in the hospital? Like, I'm so sorry. And she was like, he went in on Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember what she said. And if I would have had my glasses on and called the right number, I could have told them, hey, we need that couch picked up. So we need to just be really, really diligent about making sure, because there's emergencies that happen. So we need to do our part to make sure that we get it completed.
Yes, for sure.
So the next thing is delivery, if you'll say that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. And of course, if anybody needs any delivery, you send them my way. There is a delivery fee. It is in the register under furniture. You'll find the delivery fee, and you will find a pickup fee as well. So you just let them know, like, hey, we have to have a third party deliver this, and the person who handles that, which is me obviously, but the person who handles that has to make sure that they find somebody who can pick them up. Right. So
a vehicle and workers.
Vehicle and workers to be able to pick them up. So, you just kind of let them know that and say, we do charge a delivery fee because we have to pay the people who are picking up or delivering your furniture.
Yeah.
So usually they'll say, okay, we'll pay the delivery fee.
Yeah.
But if they don't, then they'll find their own way to pick it up, which is
Right.
fine. But it has to go through me. So my email address is up there on the cards. I have my own card. My email address is right there. You just hand them a card. And once they pay for the delivery fee, you hand them the card and say, email Justine, and she will get back to you right away. I'm pretty good at answering my emails right away. So she'll get back to you right away, and she will, she'll do her best to try to find somebody right away to get it delivered to you.
Yeah. And just a reminder, when they're asking, well, how long does it take? Just tell them you don't know,
Yeah,
because
we don't know.
Justine doesn't know how fast she can get a truck, how fast she can get a couple, 3 movers to get this. So you just don't know. We don't want to say, oh, maybe 2 days or maybe this weekend. We just don't know. Especially with this season coming up, it does get busy. So just say Justine will answer all that. Just put it on Justine, and she'll do that.
Yeah, please don't give them a time frame, because I don't know that I can give. I don't know that I can do that time frame.
Yeah.
And if they suggest a time frame, just reiterate. Mm-hmm. We don't know, because it depends on who I can find and when I can find them.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is a biggie. This happened the other day, that we got to make sure that, and again, this happens, and there's so much grace. I want to make sure that, because God covers it. We always, again, we made 20 grand, but we just want to make sure that we're on our P's and Q's, and we're all on the same page. Okay, so someone wants a refund. We've always had this standard that there's no refunds, because
we have a sign.
Is there a sign? Okay,
Yes.
So there is no refunds. If customers start getting really agitated and mean, you can give me a call, and then I'll say, I'm so sorry. If you don't want to call me, just say, we're sorry, we cannot give you cash refund, but we can give you store credit. Because remember, everything goes back into the ministry. As cashiers, we're not allowed to give you a cash refund. So there might be a situation where they pay with credit card and they are demanding a refund. You shouldn't be giving cash back, even if they've already paid it, because that throws off our count at night. Because me and Justine and whoever the staff member is that night will count the closeout, and then we'll be like there for an hour being like, where's this $10? So
you can't give cash you don't have.
Yeah, we can't. And I love that this one volunteer left me a detailed note, which helped me. So I'm like, okay, we're going to be short $15. Great. I love that. But just for a general rule, just a covering so that we all know, we do not do refunds. We can't do refunds. We're in ministry. We can't do store credit if they are like, I want something. So make sure that you just tell them we cannot give cash refunds.
So you can tell them, what I usually do when they try to do that to me is I tell them our machines do not allow us to do that, and that it's because we're a nonprofit. So all the money goes back to the ministry, and our machines will not allow us to do a refund.
Yeah.
And that we can either give them store credit, which we have. We should have quite a few. If not, I'll print out more gift certificates. Again, under that telephone in that drawer, under the phone in that drawer, you can give them store credit for whatever the amount is, or they can go and shop for something that's within the same price range.
Right. Yeah. And if you need to, please feel free to call me. I'm pretty much available. And if you need it like right away and I'm not answering, just go ahead and call Justine. We do not mind the calls. We really don't. If we can, we'll answer. Okay, next one, number 3.
So it says, so please put sticker prices on the bottom or the back of the items, not on the front or not on the front, because it could actually ruin the.
I'm so guilty on this one.
Oh, yeah?
I am.
It could ruin.
Well, because you don't know. So like we all have to cover. We have to remind ourselves.
So
yes.
So we don't want. We're gonna use this one as a double example.
Yes.
So this one. So say like we don't want the price tag here or down here. We want it here on the bottom, or the back, because you
Right.
don't want to ruin what's in the front, because what happens is the sticker will get stuck and then we'll have sticky stuff, or
And can
you know,
we do inside? Because
yes, you
that's
can
one of
do
those,
inside. This one's taped
you
closed.
think about it, they're gonna tip it up.
This one's
Yeah.
taped closed, which is great. We love that
Yes.
this is taped
Yes.
closed, because these fall off a lot.
Yes.
But if you do have some that like you can put, you know, on the inside, definitely do that. So what happens is like paint gets chipped off, or the sticker gets literally like stuck on it, and then you have all that sticky stuff. It's gross. But another advantage of them having the price tag on the bottom or the back is they have to actually pick it up and look for it, which is a higher chance of them purchasing the item. So that is another advantage of having it somewhere where it's not visible, but mainly because we don't want the item to get ruined.
Right. Yep. That's huge. I've seen a lot of frames in home decor, like the really cute frames that we have. A lot of the frames are going on. The stickers are in the front, and so like if they want to hang it up on their house, they're having to get the price tag off the front. So just let's make sure, even on like glass frames, it's hard to get all that sticky stuff off. So let's make sure.
And one more note about pricing for the linen. Please do not put the prices on the hangers.
Oh yeah. That's
Use
good.
use the
The
plastic
tagging.
tags.
Yeah.
Use the plastic tags, the paper and the paper, and tag it that way. Do not put them on the hanger, because at that point they're like, there's no price on it,
Right.
and then
The hanger gets switched.
and the hanger gets switched. There's so many things that can happen. So just use like these ones,
Yeah.
You just end up on the floor.
Yeah.
like this right here. You're gonna use this. See how this is like that paper one? Use that on the linens. Just find a corner where it's not gonna poke a hole in the middle of the linen, and just do that.
Good. Okay, the next thing is, this one's a really big one, because Bree, our amazing finance director, is really trying to cut down on specific fees so we can bring more money in the shop. She's just doing an amazing job, and she saw that we're paying so much in Clover fees, so much, and that's why you see that 4% discount, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. But with that transaction fee, everything that gets into Clover, we get a transaction fee from Clover. So let's say someone gives a $100 donation. We're not getting taxed, because you guys are really great about not taxing it, but we are having to pay Clover because they transactioned it. So, okay, sorry. I think Sarah, hi Sarah. I don't know if you're watching, Sarah, but I'm saying hello. You're texting me. But so we want to make sure that we are not putting it as a transaction in Clover, because then we're having to pay that transaction fee, which we want all that donation money to go to Unforsaken. We don't want to give it to Clover. They're already getting enough, okay? So donations, we don't want it to be taxed, or we don't want to put it in Clover. We will put it in the register. Now you might say, well, some people want a receipt. We have to have a receipt. That's what those white cards are for, with the purple writing. They can submit it. And again, if they just are like adamant about not wanting to do all that work, they want to do it right then, give me a quick call. I'll talk to them. I'll do a quick invoice for them, or a letter. And because I just really want to cut down on the fees for transaction for donations. So $100 comes in cash or check. Please do not put that in that throws off our account as well at the end of the night. I'll deposit that separate. I always deposit the donation separate so that we can see what's going in each account. But if there is a donation, make sure that you put donation. It could be $5 donation. Oh, wait, no, not $5 yet. If it's $10 or more, put it in the register.
Under the change.
Under the change. Just lift the change, put donation, okay? If it's $1 to $5, just put it in the silver jar, and then we'll take care of it at the end of the night. We just don't want $20 sitting in the silver. I mean, it's easy for us. I mean, we have a lot of trust in our customers, right? I know that the Lord just guards His shop so much, because I don't feel like there's a lot of theft. We have a lot of honest customers. So we want to make sure that we put like the bigger bills inside the donation with a quick note donation. No, we don't want any transaction fee. We can give them one of those donation cards.
Yep.
So let me know if you guys have any questions, especially you cashiers. Number 5.
Okay. So let's look it up. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a biggie. Every shift, morning, afternoon, and evening. So for the morning and the afternoon, evening you'll be a little bit different. Morning and afternoon, 15 minutes before your shift is over, stop what you're doing, set an alarm on your phone if you have to. Cashiers, this is typically what I do. I will check the time and say it's 5:45. I will go to the donation room. Hey guys, it's time to start getting ready for close up, which means that they're walking around the store. I'll walk around the front and the middle room if I can, if it's not busy.
Right.
And so everyone's going to go around and they're going to make sure there's no clothes on the floor, make sure there's no clothes thrown on racks, and make sure there's no hangers thrown all over the place, and just kind of pick it up for your next shift.
Yeah.
And same with the donation room. I know it gets really crazy in there, but we want to make sure that people can walk. So at least try to make a walking space if you can, so that way our next shift can walk. So that's for morning and afternoon. So for evening, it's pretty much the same thing, but you're also going to add, afternoon and morning, if your trash is super full, please make sure to change it. But evening, you definitely need to make sure that you're changing your trash. So at 5:45, when it's time to close up, or on Saturday at 2:45, when it's time to close up, you're going to go around to all the trash cans and you're going to pull out the bags and you're going to place them with new ones. I know that from Monday to Friday, it gets really dark in the evening, so you don't necessarily have to put those in the dumpster, but please make sure that the bathroom trash does go in there, because it will start to smell. Yeah. And we also need to make sure that the symphony bins are emptied too. Just make sure that all trash symphony emptied and new bags put in. And if it is possible, if you can do it early enough, try to have the golf cart cleaned out too. If it is possible, but again, safety is key. So,
no, that's huge. Like especially the 12 to 3 shift, that's the mid shift. Let's try to minimize everything that goes out at the end of the day, because that night shift has to roll the 3 racks. Hopefully, we'll get rid of a lot of the clothes, but they have to roll in those 3 racks. Put the golf cart in, put any of the toys, whatever we put out, because we can't fit. So let's try, like, as much as we can, not to put that much stuff out there, because it makes it for a long closing, and it is starting to get dark.
And it gets dark. Yeah, it gets
5:30, and it's really starting to get dark right now. So let's try to all, we got to think of one another, and I know that we're trying to get as much donations out, but let's 15 minutes before your shift ends, just go around morning, mid, and evening shift, so that even the evening shift, you're preparing it for the next day. Because the morning shift doesn't want to come in and it's like a mess. Let's say that there's a bunch of clothes that are on the floor. We're not telling you to hang them up. Just put them in the bins, and then we'll hang them up the next day. We just don't want them on the floor. One of the things that, I'm a Ross shopper. Not anymore, not that much. But I always see stuff on the floor, and it drives me crazy. And I'm always picking it up. I'm like, why am I picking this clothes up? But and they've got dust buddies, But let's just, even if you don't hang it back up because you're on a time schedule, just put it in the bins, and we'll
put it in the bins. So we just want to make sure there's no clothes under racks or thrown on top of racks, because I see that all the time, just shoved on top of the racks, especially in between the shirts when they're on top of each other, especially in between there. And another thing is the ozonator. Evening crew, the last shift. So when you close up, when you're right before you go to leave and lock the door, when all the lights are off, you have to make sure you turn off all the lights, except for the pantry. That's the only one that's allowed to stay on. So after you turn off all the lights before you walk out the door, you should leave when you leave, you should technically leave all the doors open, because the ozonator needs to get turned on. Now, the top spinny one does not need to be turned. I have it set where it needs to be set, and it's constantly getting turned, so I have to constantly reset it. So leave the very top one alone. It's the bottom one that you need to turn, and you need to turn it to where it says 12. Not hold or anything like that, but where it says 12, and it will last all day or all night, and then by morning everything will be smelling good, settled, and all that stuff.
Sanitized.
So, yep, all sanitized and stuff. But yeah, keep all the doors open, turn off all the lights except for the pantry. And you can keep the pantry door cracked a little bit. You don't have to keep it wide open if you don't want to. But just make sure it is open so when the ozonator is going, it goes in there too. And
also fans.
Oh yes, please go around because constantly I come in here and the fan over by the register has been left on. Mm-hmm. The fans in the donation room have been left on.
That one sounds like the Wi-Fi unit. I think that's why we forget that one.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then
sound like the modem.
There's that little portable AC unit that's also back there in the donation room that gets left on. Please make sure that you're going around and turning all those off. We do not want a fire.
Yeah. Yeah,
and
this is an old building, and things will light on fire.
Yep, so. And then of course make sure golf cart is plugged in. Mm-hmm. Saturday crew, as long as the week crew is doing it like they're supposed to. Saturday crew, you don't have to do it because I don't want it to get overcharged. Mm-hmm. So we don't really want it to be going all Sunday. So you don't really have to, but as long as the week crew is doing it, we should be good. And make sure it's turned off when you plug it in as well.
Yeah. I mean, the Saturday crew, when I came in on yesterday and did the deposit, and they just left the store looking really good. So kudos to the Saturday crew.
Yes, good job, Saturday.
So we are so blessed to have Cassandra to do our cleaning. She says she loves it. I'm not going to argue with her, but she comes in on Mondays and Thursdays. She comes in before her shift even starts. And she's like, you know, because she wants to mop, and she can't mop when the customers are here. She also has her beloved husband that helps her too. But she vacuums pretty much all the time whenever she's here. If you happen to use the vacuum, which please do, please feel free to use a vacuum, but if you'll empty it out, because she always empties it out, like this is just like a common courtesy that we want to make sure that, you know, she's got her cleaning supplies, she's got her vacuum, her broom, and her, you know, just put everything back, because when she's looking for it, that takes time away from what she's trying to do, and we want to just be courteous, because she's doing that out of the kindness of our heart, and that helps me so much by her taking that task on. So if you use a vacuum, if you'll just empty it out, and also if it's like dead, just try to find the plug and plug it back in, because we don't want it to be dead when she comes in on Monday and Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Amazon.
So for Alexa, there has been a couple of charges to us for people accidentally doing the subscription. Before you ask her to do any music or anything like that, she will say, do you want to subscribe? Say no. Always say no.
Don't be tempted.
Never say yes, because it takes money from us that we don't really need to be spending, because we don't need a subscription to Amazon.
Right. We'll take a commercial.
Exactly. We'll take the commercials.
Yes.
You know, it's okay to have commercials every once in a while, but another thing that you can do, so you don't have to deal with the commercials, you can just say, hey Amazon, or hey Alexa, I'm sorry, not Amazon, hey Alexa, play Z88.3 FM, and then it will play that, and there's no commercials on Z88.3.
It's going to play
Alexa off. I just turned her on. There's like one quick ad at the very beginning, and then after that, there's really none after that. So and she also doesn't turn off when you do that either.
I know she could be a little fidgety. We all know.
When you do the radio stations, she won't turn off. Yep.
Okay, so that's good to know.
Thing
and we, on December we want to play all Christmas music and Z80 only plays Christmas music, so that's a good choice.
Yep.
We've been able to cancel it because, again, Bree's on top of it. She's like, who did this? And Justine's like, not me. And it might not even be us. I don't know who it is. But we're just going to say, if she tries to lure you in, just say, no, we are not interested. Yeah. So, okay, number 9, we have been blessed with so many volunteers. Somebody told me the other day that it looks like there's 4 people on each shift. And I'm like, pretty much, except for the extended shift, which it makes it very hard. Mm-hmm. So as we're spreading the word to get more volunteers, tell people we really, really need that 3 to 6 shift covered, and ask them, are you available? And a lot of that's like going to be like teens or young adults that don't mind being out till 6 o'clock. I know a lot of our regular volunteers, and I'm not taking you away from your regular shift, but if you can do like once a month, one of the the extended shift, that would help so much, because a lot of times it's only 2, and it makes it very, very difficult. So, but we've been blessed. Like when I get people, I try to put 4 on a shift. Some people might be thinking, oh, you're in my space, but if we need the help, we desperately need the help, just going through their donations, picking up the toy room, the kid room. So if you see someone new, show them the ropes and just invite them, because a lot of the time our new volunteers, they feel the love, and that's why they want to continue to volunteer, because they feel like, man, this is something that like I'm a part of, we're a team, and that's what makes it so beautiful. Like when we all get together, like I love it because there's this fellowship between you guys, because you don't always see the same volunteers. So I love that we have more volunteers, but if there is a new one, please show them the ropes on that one.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so this is also another biggie. We cannot, so for volunteers and even staff, if you have items that you are wanting, we can't hold it for more than a week. If it's been, so say Amber wants this cup, right? Say Amber wants this mug, right? She puts Amber on it, and it's Monday, right? By next Monday, if she hasn't picked it up, it's going back out. We're not gonna keep holding things, because it takes too much space and too much. There's just not enough space, especially in the donation room, and especially under the register, because we've had donations under the register that were on hold for quite, like 2-3 weeks before, and there's just not enough room for that. So either purchase it, or if it's your gift, just take it that day, or before your week is up. Once your week is up, if it's there still, it's getting put back out. It's not that we don't, like, we want to be mean about this, or that we want you to be able to have your items, but we have to be fair to everybody else, and we also have to be fair to everybody else, but we also have to make sure that we have enough room, because it just, when we have stuff everywhere, it gets overwhelming.
Yeah, it does. So I'm gonna let you talk about the pricing list.
Oh, yes. So I had one of these up before, but it got taken down for some reason. I'm going to put this back up in the donation room. This pricing list is literally all the prices that are in Clover. So we've had some newer volunteers asking if we had a pricing list, and even some of our more seasoned volunteers who've been here for a while asking for a pricing list, so that way, they know, have better examples of what to price things at. This is your guide if you get confused into what to do for pricing. This is your guide. I'm going to put it on the board.
Is this consistent with,
Clover?
like we were talking about prices being a little bit higher right now?
Well, it does say, it does say on the bottom of it too, at the very end, it does say the general rule is it's okay to price higher, because we can always go down in price. You don't want to price too low, because you can't go up in price.
Right.
So general rule is to just, it's okay to price higher.
Yeah.
But this is literally everything that is in Clover. So all the prices that are in Clover. So this is your guide. So if you get confused or you don't know what to price something at, you can look at this purple paper, purple booklet. It's really not a booklet. I just had to use bigger font so people can read it. Yeah. But
and don't get discouraged. I just want to add in,
don't get discouraged
if you hear somebody saying, why is everything priced so high? Or it just means that we're all keeping our eyes open to the pricing and adjusting it as it's needed. So don't take it as like, I have to price everything super low now.
Yes. No. Please don't. Do not get discouraged at that at all. So far, we haven't had any complaints really about our pricing, so you guys have been doing really good with that. So thank you for that. But I just want to make sure that everybody is comfortable and has something that they can look at, and it even marks like what already has a set price, like clothing, books, DVDs. It already says if it has a set price, so you don't even have to worry about those. Good.
And that's going to be in the back room on the cork board.
Yep, this will be in the cork board in the donation room above the brown table up where the doors are. so you can easily find it. And again, if you're confused about anything, don't be afraid to reach out. But this is pretty much a good guide.
Yeah.
So.
And also, Mo is really, really adamant about nothing being $1. So, I mean, $1, less than $1. I'm sorry.
Less than $1, yeah.
Less than $1. So, if, like, let's say that there's a couple ornaments that you know are like Dollar Tree and you know, I would put them in a bag or tie a ribbon together, group things up so that it's not, you're not doing 25 cents or whatever, because she really does not want anything for less than $1. You know, we are a thrift shop, but we want to make sure that we're kind of like more upscale, boutique-y. We don't want to be cheaper than Dollar Tree. That's not our goal. So I want to make sure that we say that. Also, like like Christmas items, like this one, what she just said with the Santa, it's a super cute one. Excuse me. This is well, I already took the price tag off.
Oh, you took it off. Never mind.
Sorry, I took it off.
No,
somebody priced it at $4, and we probably should have that at least $8 or $9, maybe even $10.
Yeah,
it's a cookie jar. It's really cute. Somebody will pay for that. Again, we can always price lower, and on Christmas items, like probably like the third week, we're going to slash prices. So if we need to do it a little bit higher, let's do a little bit higher for Christmas. So okay. This is really, really, really important. When people come in the store, we want them to feel loved. We want them to feel welcomed. We want them to, if like Miss Winnie, sometimes she'll just buy a couple things, but she's like, this is my favorite store. I just like to see all the volunteers. Like, she's just precious. She says that there's a different vibe, atmosphere when she walks into this store. That's what we want. That's Holy Spirit, right? Even those hard customers, they're coming here. They keep coming here, right? But we want to make sure, as the first person that they see, that we greet them, and that we. Sorry, I'm getting texts. That we greet them with hello, thank you for shopping here, or welcome. Tell them the prices, but also when we're in the donation room, if the doors are open or the doors are open, remember there's shoppers. Please don't talk about how disgusting a donation is. You know, even if you think you're whispering, people hear, and you know they are coming and giving their donations to us, you know, and most of the time not all of their stuff is disgusting, right? So some of it's good, but we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. That is not our heart. We will take it to the dumpster. We can say, though, listen to me, we don't take helmets, we don't take car seats, we don't like any of that stuff that's on the garage door, printers. You can say, I'm so sorry, but we don't take that. But if it looks like disgusting, we can't just say that looks gross, we can't take it, right? We have to be like just people like that will take the items. But if it is on the door, you are able to say, I'm so sorry, we cannot take it. Especially car seats. Somebody wanted to drop off a car seat the other day, and she was adamant. I said, I'm sorry, that's going to end up in the dumpster. And she said, well, I'd rather it be in your dumpster than my dumpster. And I was like, no, like I don't want to do that, you know. And like we're not a trash drop off. So make sure that, you know, when we're in this place, we all have our ups, we all have our bad days, but when we come here, this is all about Jesus and sharing the love of Jesus, even if we don't even preach a word. You know, they know that this is a Christian ministry. They know that we serve Jesus. If we are just negative,
so the standard's higher.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, they're expecting higher.
If we are like that, then people are not going to want to come back, and we're going to leave a bad taste in their mouth. But again, we have a lot of people that love this store, because we have the best volunteers. That's all it is to it.
It's all you guys.
Yeah. So we want to make sure that we maintain that. The last thing for us, until we'll give you guys questions.
I just want to piggyback on that. Just again, she said like not telling people that like their stuff is gross, we're not going to take it. We also want to be careful of what we say behind closed doors, because even if the door is closed, they can still hear through that little barn door.
Yeah.
We want to just be careful of what we say. I know that sometimes we get so overwhelmed with donations. We're all like, this is trash. Everything's going in the trash. Like, I know that we're gonna be saying things like that, but we never know who is in the shop if they had just donated stuff or if they have donated stuff in the past. We don't know that. So we have to watch what we're saying.
Yeah.
Keep a positive attitude all the time. If you want to be negative, that's fine, but do that at home. Negativity stays at home. This is God's time. This is God's place. So we're going to keep the atmosphere positive. I get it. Believe me, I get it. I completely understand. So she gets it.
Yes.
We all get it.
Yeah.
We all get it. But there's a time and a place for it. So if you want to be negative, fine. Do that at home. But for here, like even if it is garbage, even if they accidentally donated a bag of garbage, don't don't say it.
Yeah.
Don't say it. Just be like, okay, put it in the golf cart, drive it to the dumpster.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah.
Things are done. Again, obviously tell them if we don't accept certain things, but anything other than that, like if you're going through a box of donations and it's not good, then just take care of it.
Yeah, just
you don't need to voice it. Yep, you don't need to voice it. It's okay. We get it. We know. It's okay. Just put it in the golf cart and get rid of it.
Yep.
And you don't have to touch things that you don't like either. You can always set it aside. You're not just leaving garbage for someone else. If it's something like, some people really don't like cat hair. If you open a box and it has cat hair, you can take it and throw the whole thing out, or you can just push it aside for a minute. Somebody will sort through it.
If
Nothing's
it's got,
going to go unsorted.
Well, if it's got any like pet hair, we just put it all.
Yeah,
we put it all.
Yeah, if there's any pet hair at all,
we don't want that coming in. So that's. I'm glad that you brought that up because I have seen some animal fur on some clothes, and I'm like, no, because people are really allergic to it.
We never even mentioned it.
And some people love animals, and they don't even notice it on their clothes.
I know. So you want to say that? Yes.
I do want to mention. We completely forgot to mention about items getting put out.
Yes.
We need to make sure we're paying very close attention to what we are putting out. Recently, we have found even like little games being put out that have swear words on it. Like right on the cover, it has swear words on it. We've seen shirts that are inappropriate and also even have swear words on it.
Right.
Like there was a shirt that said "Let's go topless," and then there was another shirt that like had the F-bomb on it. Like there's just,
and it's on our sales floor.
Exactly, and it's on our sales floor.
Yeah.
Customers are seeing this.
Right.
There's also clothes that are getting sent back to cash registers or to me, to Soshi or whatever, that have holes all over them. They have stains all over them. They have no size tag and they don't want them, and so we're getting them back.
Right.
They're not buying these items. It's just a waste. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. They're not buying them. So, trash, symphony, whatever. Just do not put them out because they're not getting bought. We don't have enough room for these items that aren't getting bought. We have too much clothes coming in and our racks are already jam-packed. So for them to go in and be like, I'm paying $5 for a shirt and I don't like, I can't even, it's got a hole in it. I can't even wear it because it's got a stain on it. Like, we don't want that. We want the best of the best. So
we can be really picky.
Yeah, we're allowed to be picky because we have so much.
Yes.
And thank God for that.
Yes.
So, no holes, no stains. If it has no size tag,
like inappropriate.
Yes. Especially inappropriate.
Yes.
Inappropriate.
It's funny, but it's not funny because when we see these, we're like, oh my gosh, how is this on the floor?
We have to remember that this is God's place. So we don't need inappropriate. Inappropriate can be saved for Walmart.
Yep. That's good. Again, you might miss it because there's so many times that I miss it when I'm in the donation room because of the lighting. But then it goes through another set of eyes before it gets put out. So let's just make sure that as we're putting out, we're taking a quick look at these things.
Yep. So the people in the donation room, as you're hanging them, do your best to look at it. But then the ones who are hanging it up, double check before you put them out on the rack.
Yeah. Thank you guys for bearing with us.
Thank you.
We want to make sure that you remember about the $5 free item. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes. So our volunteers, you guys get a $5 free item or something up to $5. And then if you don't get your $5 free item, you can also do your $6 bag sale. Right. But you can also use that towards your purchase. So say you're buying like a whole play set over here, a whole whatever you call that. Help me out here. What's the word?
Dining set.
Dining set. Thank you. Say you're buying a whole dining set. You can take your $5 off of your purchase. But if something costs like $10, don't go up to the cashier and be like, you're gonna put it in the register for $2. That's not okay.
Yes.
That's not okay. We're not gonna do that because that's not fair to anybody else.
Yeah, you're putting them in a weird situation.
Exactly. You're putting the cashier in a rough spot.
Yeah, the customers do that enough. That's true.
Exactly.
Yes.
You're putting the cashier in a weird spot. You're putting everyone around them in a weird spot. If it's $10 and you want to buy it, you're buying it for $5. You know, or if it's $8 and you want to buy it, you're buying it for $3. Right. You don't just go up and say, this is $8. You're putting it in the register for $2.
Right,
We can't do that. That's not fair.
Yeah.
That's not nice.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I think that's one of the biggest perks that we get is getting the $5 free item. Yeah. I know the volunteers love it. I always say this, that our volunteers are our best customers because we get first dibs, right? Mm-hmm. But with that, we still have to, pay for what it's worth. Mm-hmm. This is the last one before Pantry takes over, okay? How are you liking that 4% discount? I'm talking to the cashiers. Is it hard? Is there something that you're struggling with? What are your thoughts on that? And I just, if you can put that in the comment section so that me and Bree can really talk about this. The reason why I ask is because we've been doing our counts either at night, either every day or every other day, and you guys have been killing it, like super, like right on the money or more, right? But these last couple of weeks we've been under, and I'm not sure if that's because of the 4% discount and the number is little on the screen and some people aren't seeing that. Just if we can remember just to take that extra second. Again, we know it's busy. Look, the 20 grand that we made. So it's honest mistakes. Holy Spirit always covers us and always covers us with, like the count might be off, but we have an extra $12 in donations that day. So God covers it. But if there's a reason that if there's something with a 4% discount that's throwing everybody off, let us know because like we want to help the cashiers to make it so easy for you guys because you're already dealing with the customer and sometimes a long line, wrapping things. So just please talk to us if there's any issue or do you like it? I know that the customers like it. We're definitely, we're going through coins. We're going through cash like crazy, which is amazing. I'm going to have some coins for you Monday girls tomorrow. I just got to go to the bank. There was one quarter in there. It made it for very easy count, you know? But okay, we're going to hand it over to, go ahead.
One quick thing, make sure that you're giving the right amount of change. There is a calculator right next to the register. So if you're confused, you feel free to use your calculator, but please make sure you're giving the right amount of change because that will also help with the closeout. The closeout too. Yeah.
So we're handing it over. If you have any question, comments, me and Jessie are going to peek on Facebook while she is talking. And if you have anything, if you can pop on and see if there's any questions as well. So Amber, pantry coordinator. A lot of information, guys.
Here goes. Everybody loves this one. This one.
Temporary.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
So for now, until the new year or later, we don't know.
Yeah.
This is essential.
Clear it.
Okay. Yeah. This is essential. It's first when a client comes through the door. It's alphabetized. You're going to just open this up, go to their last name, check to make sure that they have a waiver. Okay? Yes. First, most essential thing. Second, if they don't have a waiver, we're going to come over to our pantry log, and there should be waivers at the back. Let's see if I can do this quick because we already have a long video.
You're fine. You're good.
Okay. Waivers on the back of the clipboard. They have to sign one of these, okay? So, Blue Book is essential, waiver is a must, clipboard is last. The very last step is going to be filling out their name, which everyone has done so great. I hope this has been easier than however the system was working before. I feel like we've all done really great keeping track of this. The only thing I want to point out is that the family size is getting missed very often, and it does cause a lot of time later for us to go back and calculate and figure out who's who, especially if they don't have a waiver signed. Then I have no way of telling their family size. So anyhow, we're going to put their name there. Please offer these items if we have any of these in the back, it is meant for them to get it. So please offer that to them. If they need it, let's get the stuff where it's needed.
I think an important thing is we can't just say only the cashiers need to know how to do this, because there might be a time that the cashier is busy and she can't get to this, and she's gonna have to call somebody from donation. So this is really good that you're telling everybody how to do it.
We should all know how to do this for sure.
So is there going to be enough papers for waivers? Everybody needs a waiver, right? So you pretty much always have waivers. Okay.
Yes. So that has been another thing that's come up.
Yeah.
If you run out of something, it happens. Yeah. It's going to happen. Hopefully everyone has my number. I can print it off quick. I live locally. If not, we have other ways that we can get them to sign up. But we need to kind of just make sure that our first go-to is to make sure everyone has a waiver. And so everyone's in the blue book. And a lot of clients will come in and they'll tell you, oh, I signed the waiver last year, or you might recognize somebody who's been coming for the last 3 years. Our waivers aren't the same. So if they did come last year or the year before and they signed a waiver, you recognize them, check the blue book still and get them to sign a waiver if they don't have one in the blue book. Please.
So we're still doing the cards though, right?
We do have the punch cards. The purpose of those cards now are just to basically let you know that they have been here. And
but they still need a waiver.
Yes. Okay. You still have to go to the blue book first, no matter what. Blue book is essential. Check for their waiver. Whether they have a card, whether they've been here before, if they were here last week, because there may be a reason that their waiver was pulled out, or maybe they didn't. Some people have written different names. Some people sent their husband and the husband filled out a waiver, but it's not, long story short, we all know there's different things that happen. So just check for their name, check for the waiver, put one in if there's not one there. That's pretty much that. I do have a reminder just for all of us to, the motto would be to spend as much time with the pantry clients as you would somebody checking out at the register. So if somebody comes up needing food, we don't want to put them to the side and say, let me, sell all these items to these people first, and then I'll go get you food. If anything, just try to grab somebody from the back, flag somebody down that's putting out household items, and ask them if they can, sign that person up. We don't want to put them off to the side because they're already embarrassed walking in the front door of the store and needing services. So sometimes that's enough to kind of break someone's spirit and not have them come back or wait for food. So we don't want to do that. So each person that walks through the door is part of our individual ministry, and we just want to love on them the best way that we can. All right.
And you and your team have been having bags set. Yeah. So that's been really easy for them just to grab a bag and So you don't need to be scared about the pantry. We've been blessed with lots of food.
Right, and we're trying to keep those bags right at the front door, ready to go. Sometimes you may not even be able to lift the bag, so there's going to be special circumstances where it might take longer. But it's no different than if you sell a couch to somebody, right? You're going to want to go to the couch. You're going to have to put a sticker on it. You're going to collect their name and address and all that good stuff. So we just want to put that same amount of energy into the person coming to us that needs food or prayer or, whatever they're there for. We don't want to be like JCPenney's, like just stand over there and I'll get a manager for you. We kind of just want to make sure that we're giving fair attention to them too.
This is the pantry is a big part of Mo's heart. Like she is determined that we are always gonna have a pantry. She's determined that we're always gonna try to feed people as many as we can. So, we take it real serious. So, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah.
I have a few more things. But
yeah, for sure. No, you're good.
All right. So I wanted to point out things have been different in the past for the pantry, and a lot of volunteers have been here way longer than me. And I don't even know how things were done before, so sometimes there's a confusion on how we're doing it. So how we're doing it now is clients are not allowed in the pantry. The pantry is similar to the donation room. It is the volunteer staff only space. Clients cannot We've had people who bring in a bag of food and they'll say, I'd like to donate this food, but I want to go put it back there myself so that I can take some items too. The problem with this, the biggest problem with this, is that a lot of the times their items are expired. They're from another pantry or they're damaged. And they're putting these on our shelves, which then in turn is making our volunteers who are bagging think these items are good, because the items on the shelf have already been processed. So we have had times where things are getting put in bags that they're not good to eat. So we want to make sure that we don't have anybody going in the pantry. There's no trading of items. Also, the baby foods. So this is happening with baby food, formula. The diapers are coming in like out of packages, which is fine, but a lot of the times they're just getting thrown on the shelf. So we're finding them on the floor, stuff like that. If a volunteer puts it in there, it'll be stocked well. If we allow all the customers and clients to come in and out of there, it's going to be just chaos.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we're appearing fair across the board, and just nobody goes in the pantry unless you're volunteering with us and you're in there to do pantry stuff.
Yeah. And I will add to like that, even if they weren't allowed before, they will try to act like they were allowed. Like there was this lady that
they'll
came
tell
in.
you somebody just said yesterday. They
Yeah. Like it was with me on Friday, and Amber just happened to be here, and she's like, they always let me go in the pantry and pick out what I want. I'm like, no, you can't go in the pantry. And they're like, we just did it a couple weeks ago, and so just. Nope, that's not. We might have done that a few, whatever, but we're not doing that anymore. So let's say that the bag is too heavy. If they have to go into, like, what do you want us to do? Because can they go in there just to get their food and come out?
So aside from, I think, Miss Sandy,
right?
I think she's the only one with the walker that I know of.
Yeah.
We have the cart.
Okay.
So you can just push that cart right up to the shelf, and you should be able to slide it off. The cart rolls in and out all the way to their car if you want. Or
because it is heavy.
Yeah. Or if we have a volunteer that's here, feel free to tell them, just, wait for whoever can lift it.
Yeah.
There's no reason that we have to rush to get them the bag out the door.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Don't be afraid to offer the items on the clipboard. Also, just a reminder that we're really blessed that people are sharing their needs with us, and that God's entrusted us with so much provision in the store as a whole, that it's really a responsibility for us to make sure that those things get to where they need to get to. Yeah. So the pantry is not just like a closet that's there if somebody needs it. It has a purpose, and we're trying to keep it flowing. Right. So it's not just stocking up for the winter, right? And we're not just free for all. We have a system and a purpose that we want to keep people fed, and we also want them to know that they can come here. They can come here to be welcomed. They can come here for resources that they need, and it's not just stocked up for right now, and then we're going to be empty in 2 months, and all we have is bread to give them. Yeah. So we're trying to keep that constant flow, and that's why some of these things are changing. So another thing I put on the list is we've had a couple times stuff being brought in the pantry, which is, I personally think that it's amazing that you all are willing to go through a bag and take out 1 or 2 items that you think the pantry could use, rather than just tossing it out or tossing it to the side. You bring it to the pantry, which is amazing. We try to rehome these things to people that need them. One thing that I cannot find homes for is pet items.
Especially in the food, where the food is.
Right. Used socks
underwear.
Or undershirts, underwear. This stuff would be essential for if we had a bigger homeless client coming through, but I just can't. They end up just kind of sitting in a corner. They're not moving very much. So if you could just make sure you don't bring any pet items in there. Yeah. Pet food is okay. We found a spot to stock that, but none of the bedding, none of that other stuff.
Yeah. Towels, nothing.
Yeah, no towels, no
If
rags.
it's not food, diapers, or hygiene products, it doesn't belong in the pantry.
Yeah. And medicines too, you want to check the date on those, because they'll sit in there for a long time. If you put in expired medicine, Nobody's going to take it, and then it's just going to sit there, and it just adds up space, or takes up space. I wanted to touch on the volunteers who need bags too. If you find yourself in need of the pantry, definitely use it. Just put it on the clipboard like everyone else.
Waiver.
Yep, and do the waiver. Pantry.
And don't be embarrassed about it either.
Oh,
it's a hard time. Don't be embarrassed about it.
No. Pantry cash donations. That's been a big thing lately. Hopefully you guys are all seeing that. It's really great. People want to give in. Just what's going on in the world right now. They just want to help feed people. Prices are crazy. We have lots of food drives going right now, so that's been exciting. But if you get a cash donation, like so she said earlier, it's going in the drawer, it's not going into Clover, but we do ask that you write it in the book, in Mary Pat's book. So you have the pantry cash donation, or make a note on it when you put it in the drawer so that it goes.
It's designated. When I deposit it, it's not just going into Unforsaken, it's going specific, designated to pantry.
To pantry, yep. Also, again, I don't know, whoever doesn't have my number or needs my number, please just reach out, leave a comment below. Let me know. If you get a potential donor or a large donation or somebody that wants to partner with us, I know the Girl Scouts was one of them recently.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely send me an email. There's going to be cards soon.
She's got cards. She's official.
But for right now, her email address is unforsakenpantry@gmail.com.
Yes, that was coming up next. But yeah, if you could just call me, text me, let me know, even just leave me a note in the pantry. There's a communication board in there. Stick a sticky note on there, just say, hey, such and such from Girl Scouts came in and they want to connect. I'll make sure to make that connection. The current drives that we have going on, so we've got some exciting things going on for the pantry. The goal with the pantry, like I said, is to sustain it for the year. It's not just to figure out how to process donations as they come. We want to be consistent, and we want to have some kind of foundation. So we do have right now some HOAs that are doing food drives for us, which, as you can see from the Kings Ridge donation, it came in like a flood. That may happen again. If it does, you can always call me, let me know, text, email, whatever it is. But right now we have Waterley in Winter Garden is doing a food drive for us. And we also have another large neighborhood that's doing cleaning supplies and hygiene products for single mamas. So
that's awesome.
Brought you one of the flyers on that, which is really cool. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it'll be posted in the pantry too. Here. I'll give you that.
And it's backwards, but it's okay.
Yeah. But just so you know what to look for. And then we also have some things going on with Real Life Academy. They're doing some fundraising, some percentages of their events that they're putting towards Unforsaken. So that's the exciting stuff. I know it's kind of out of order, but frozen turkeys, we've got about a dozen of those left. Please offer those to people. Let's get those moved. Last year this happened and we ended up with a couple turkeys that just kind of got ignored and took up space. So let's move those turkeys.
Yeah.
If fresh produce comes in, please, please, please put their name in the book. Take their information. We have some people that are donating from their farms, and I don't find out until like the following week, and the produce goes bad really fast. So if it's in the book, or you let me know, or there's some communication quickly, we can get that to people, to homes that will eat it before it goes bad. What else? Oh,
that's a huge thing, because I remember when I was doing food pantry, I know that the bags are right there, easy access, but please make sure you're going into the refrigerator and the freezers to see if there's any food to give them, because then that will also prevent good food that are, what's the word?
Expiring?
Yeah, like good food that are expiring, anything that's in the pantry. Spoiling, and perishable items from going bad. We don't want perishable items to go bad. So, if they're donating it to us, then we need to make sure it's going to their families. So definitely make sure same rules that I had when it came to that, she applies to her. Go to the refrigerator, go to the freezer, and make sure that there's, that they're getting that stuff too.
Yeah. I will say with 4 people on shift, each shift besides the evening, there should be 3 other people that can run to the pantry.
Yeah.
So if everyone feels comfortable that's on the team that day, one person is on the register. I know we don't like to leave the register and go all the way into the pantry and stay in there because you never know what's happening out here. But the other 3, one of them maybe would be willing to do that run.
Yes, and
for sure.
you don't have to worry. The pantry is rat free.
Rodents.
There's no rodents in there.
Yes.
We took care of it, so
Thank
you're
you,
good.
Justine.
There hasn't been any in a long time, so don't be afraid to step foot in the pantry.
And that's my next point. When we're getting food donations, if we could keep them off the floor, if we want to stay rodent free, put the pantry or the donations up on something. So we do have an awesome new roller cart back there that can hold like 500 pounds. Put it in there. If it's whatever it is that's, non-perishable, stack it up on something, put it on a shelf if you have to. Not the shelves we have the food stocked on, but the wall shelves. Just keep it up off the ground. We can keep the rodents away.
And if it is perishable, make sure it goes in there.
Yeah, we haven't had that
space,
happen in several months. We've been doing really good with that.
Yes.
I would like to know how the bread is going. How do you feel about the bread? We've got a lot of bread. We get it very often. Publix has been a huge blessing.
I'm about to get some croissants.
No.
I'm going to sign my name on that.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, when does bread come? So that way the cashiers know.
Saturday morning and Monday.
Okay.
So anything you're seeing throughout the week outside of Saturday AM and Monday AM is whatever's been left over from those days. So
Sunday you're getting this. Okay, so Monday and then Saturday.
Sunday morning and Sunday.
So Saturday
evening.
you're getting it before you come.
Yeah.
To drop it off. Okay.
Yeah. So
Nice.
we basically get the whole weekend of bread donations between Publix and Panera.
Yeah.
And they're willing to give more if we want it. But I want to know
feedback
from you guys.
Yes.
How is it going? Do you see purpose for it? Is it reaching people? Is it touching lives? Is it worth it? Are you enjoying it as volunteers?
Yeah. Because it is an additional work for Amber.
Yeah. And I don't mind doing it, but as long as it's not something that's causing a hindrance or extra work for you. Are you okay with putting it away at the end of your shift?
Right.
Does it seem like there's a lot left over? Like just any of these questions that have come up or these tidbits that you can, some feedback, just put it in the comments so we can all see it and we can all, make adjustments.
Yeah.
Also, we're looking for a volunteer who's willing to pick up Saturday morning or Sunday morning. That pickup can be anytime between 7 a.m. and 9, and it takes maybe 15 minutes, and you just drop it off at the store. So let me know if anyone's interested in that. You do get to see firsthand what comes in.
Yeah.
So as long as we're finding homes for it and it's not going to waste.
She's got a lot of goodies today. Like it's
There's
a
whole cake in the fridge.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't need the cake.
Like a
but
whole sheet cake.
We don't not.
Wow.
Anyone having a birthday party?
Exactly.
No.
Yep.
What else? Oh, thank you all for embracing the changes. I know it's been a lot, especially the back and forth of let's do this, let's do that. We've worked out the kinks, I think. If you see any kinks left, please say something.
Yes. Please.
But I feel like we have a pretty good system. Just thank you, for taking the time to just work through it and watch these videos.
Yeah, we know that it's been long, but again, this is so important as we go into December and into the new year until we can get another meeting. But we want to just to kind of get right back on the same page. Before you answer the questions, go ahead, sorry.
No, I just want to let you know that there are so many people right now that are coming to Unforsaken and finding it as a place that they can renew their minds. And I know that's a really big deal with what Unforsaken stands for. Like, people are coming here and they're getting new perspective and they're addressing their problems. Or, I hear people all the time talk about shopping therapy, which is, it's a retail therapy. Yeah, it's a running joke. but there are people actually walking in the store and getting prayed for and hearing God's word and hearing people talk about Jesus, and it makes a difference. So, and that has to do with the environment that you're all setting. So thank you for keeping that environment for all of us to be in.
So Mo continually says that this is a benevolent center. It's not just a shop. You know, if there is homeless people that need like clothes, my rule of thumb is they can get a shirt and a pair of shorts or pants.
Oh, I did want to say that too.
Yeah, because I don't want people to be taking advantage of it, but I'm also like, if they are homeless and their clothes get wet, we can give them an outfit. You know, we are so blessed with so much. So I used to, when I first started, I was like, get a bag, you know, but then I learned really quick that they were getting a bag. So let's give them an outfit. And if they need like towels or, you know, a comforter or something, or blankets, we have a bunch of those. You know, feel free to just bless them, but put them in the,
put it on the notebook.
Yep, on the notebook.
Yeah.
Also, please feel free to text Amber. She does have another job, so maybe not call her. You may, if you can call, but she is officially on staff, so you can you can not the public. We always do everything through email, but as volunteers, they can always reach out to you directly.
Yeah, definitely. And the shoes and the shirts and the pants are on here. If you need to give a certain amount of something, just jot the number next to it.
Yeah. Yep.
Or even if it's a bag of clothes, you can put, you know, bags.
Yeah.
I know some people still do need.
Yeah. Like the other day, I need to document it. I didn't get a name. But they were foster parents and they had like 8 kids of themselves, and she just needed some bottles and some nipples from that. And I was like, here, I just gave it because we had it, and she was like, are you sure I can pay for it? And I should have documented, because that I could have documented. I didn't get the names. That is on me.
You can just write single mom. You can write
foster parent.
Okay. Definitely share those stories. We have lots of donors that are pouring into the ministry or want to be. Yes. And those stories make the heart difference.
Yeah, it's true.
So they want to know and hear, are people being touched? Are they being, cared for? And how can we help?
Yeah. So Cassandra asked, do they still need...
What if they don't have a card?
What if they don't have a card?
Oh, so the card is not the most important. The card is just to help you know that they've been here.
And they have a waiver.
And it's to give them something that's like an anchor to let them know that they come here. Because some of the people we serve go to multiple pantries. So, and as you can imagine, when you're living under distress, when you're living... lacking for a long period of time, right? Things are a lot more stressful. And so that just gives them something that says, I come to Unforsaken's pantry. It's not the most important thing. Anybody who walks in the door, just go to the blue book and check for a waiver. Yeah, and it's set up now kind of like on a table in the back. Most of you have seen behind the register that it's set up to where you can just quickly open it right where it's at and check for their name. So hopefully that only takes a couple seconds each time somebody comes in, and you'll get familiar with them. And I know that's super stressful on the register because you're already doing so much, but these people are really important too. And they're going to be your future customer, or they're your customer that day. So let's just try to keep that perspective with them.
Yeah, just ask them for their name and then look in there. Or you can ask them if they've ever been to our pantry before, and ask them for their name.
But don't believe everything you hear.
Yeah, don't believe everything you hear. Always double check the binder.
Yeah. Do you want to answer Penny's question?
I think I already did.
You did? Okay, okay.
Sent it to the thing. Okay,
so my rule of thumb right now is, as November 30th, is that the sign on the door says that we take donations till noon. Since we have extended hours, I've said, let's just take them till 4, right? We gotta kind of make it sooner, because we are getting slammed in that extended hour shift, those hours, and it's making it really hard for those 2 or 3 volunteers to really get everything in and then take all these new donations. So I'm gonna cut off, for a rule of thumb, that we stop taking donations at 3 o'clock daily. except Saturday, because we close it. But just because we have to be cognizant of our volunteers, that we are not overloading them. No one's going to want to work the extended shift if we keep doing it. So let's go ahead and stop doing the donations till 3:00. Again, it says noon, so we're giving them 3 hours extra. So is there any questions before we sign off? If you have any questions, please feel free to text me, or if you don't mind posting them on the Facebook group, because you might be wanting to know something that other people are wanting to know too.
And you can do it as anonymous, I think, too.
Oh, okay.
I've seen that on our
Yeah.
Facebook. You can anonymous.
Oh, I have this in my hand.
Whatever ideas.
So this is Safe Harbor. This is a girl that I know. I think she's still doing it. We have her cards up by the register. It says they provide temporary housing. I'm going to give this to Angel as well. But I think this is local. I think it's Groveland or Mascot. If people are like, I'm homeless, I don't know what to do. And a lot of times we're like, go to New Beginnings. If we can just give them the card, and then they can call that number, and then she'll be able to assist them. So we're not affiliated with her. She used to go to a church that I went to. She's a great lady. But any help that we can give people, we need to be giving them.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, each one of you guys are my favorite. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you. And we will see you in December. Have a great night.
Bye,
God bless you.
guys.